This video is dedicated to SEO, or search engine optimization. Now, search engine optimization is a really broad topic, and it's one that's kind of always changing as the internet evolves. Take this information as kind of the core foundational things that you can control inside the back end of your Showit account to make sure that you're following with all the current SEO best practices. This starts with the page SEO. Now, this is pretty easy. You'll go over to the page tab, and then before you click on any canvas, you can go down to the right-hand side here. If you are clicked onto a canvas, you won't see it, so make sure you're clicked on the actual name and it's highlighted in blue. And then go to SEO settings, and this is where you can add a page title, a meta description, and then a share image. Now, this is all really important. You want to fill out each of these for your specific page on every single page of your site. The page title can be simple as services. You can do kind of a divider here and do your brand name, whatever information you want to put in there. You can put some keywords if you want. Say you are a mentor, so you would say services, say Stella mentorship opportunities, something to that effect. You have about 60 characters to play with. You just want to make sure it's really clear what someone can find on this page. This is what's going to appear in search results. So it's going to say the title, that's what people can click on, and then the meta description is what follows that. It's right underneath the page title. The meta description is an opportunity to be a bit more descriptive than your page title. You want to include keywords, but you want to make sure that it is in a natural language, right? We're writing for real people. We want to make sure that you're not keyword stuffing in there and just listing a bunch, because the algorithm and Google, they kind of catch on to that and they want you to write for real human beings. So you could say something like, our mentorship services and creative consulting groups are here to help you achieve your goals. So that's got some keywords in there: mentorship services, creative consulting groups, and it tells someone, what they can find on this page, obviously elaborating on the services. Then you can select a share image. When you click on here, it's going to bring up the media library, and then you can select an image. Now, your share image is basically, if I were to share this link to a friend or share it on Facebook, it's the photo that accompanies that link. They can be the same for every single page. That's totally fine, or they can be unique. It really is just personal preference. The page titles and the meta descriptions, though, need to be unique for every single page. Along the same thread, you also can do this for all of the images on your site. If I click on an image and go up to image in the top right, underneath where we would swap the image, we have the SEO title and the description. Now, the SEO title is going to default to the file name of the image, and the description will be blank by default. If you want to save some time, it's a little bit quicker to label your images for SEO before you upload them to Showit. If you don't, that's okay too. You always can go in here and change it. So SEO title is keyword focused. This is where you can use all those keywords. For this one, I'm going to say creative group coaching. That is our keyword. It doesn't really have anything to do with this image specifically, but that's okay. You just want to put your keywords in there and potentially maybe location if you are location based. Then description, you are going to say exactly what this image is to someone who maybe can't see it visually. Some people rely on screen readers to understand the visual content on the site. And Google also takes this information to help relate items on your site. For this description, let's say model in powder blue blazer outside. Okay, so that is describing the actual content of this image. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with our keywords, but that's okay. And if it does have something to do with your keywords, that's totally fine. As long as you can include them in there within natural language, you're good to go there. This is an opportunity for you to include your keywords everywhere that you have an image on your site. Something to note about this is if I were to swap this image for a different one in the media library, the SEO title does not carry over, but the description does. Again, it's going to default to that image title. If you've already done your SEO work on your image titles before bringing them into Showit, you won't have to worry about this. You might just have to change the description. But for this one, we want to go back and actually copy and paste what we had written before. So I'll copy this over, and then I will swap our image out, and then I can just paste it back in. It also helps if you keep a list, maybe in like a notes document with all of the keywords that you use. That way you can easily copy and paste them back in if you go around and swap out images. And then this description still matches up pretty well. I'm going to leave it. If you're swapping to a completely new photo, then you'll want to update your description as well. So that is page titles, meta descriptions, and image titles and descriptions. Now I want to talk about something called text tags. If we go to the homepage, I'll use this as an example. We have a hierarchy of different types of text. We have this big title, then we have like a call to action and a smaller subtitle, a second heading, a third heading. And so the way that this content gets read is through what's called text tags. If I click on the main title, for example, and go to text properties, this is set as H1. This means that this is the most important title on the page. There should only ever be one H1 tag per page. And then everything underneath it, you'll kind of divide it out. This is H3, that's just kind of the third tier. This is H2, this is the second most important kind of section of information. And basically this just breaks up your page into different sections so that it's scannable for Google. Anything that is kind of starting a new topic or a new section, you want to tag as H2 or H3. And then anything that is just regular paragraph content like this down here can be tagged as P. Remember, only one H1 tag per page. Your title, the most important thing, it should be at the top of the page. That is your H1, and then everything else kind of gets divided out into H2 tags, paragraphs, or H3s. And this applies to every single page, not just the home page. So you want to check your services page and make sure that you only have one H1 tag, and then everything else is lower than that as you go down the page. You can find this information under text properties. If you've got the text style open, it's just the one right under that. If you want to learn more about search engine optimization, Showit has some really great articles about things that you can do on your site. Go down to the bottom right-hand corner and click on View Help Docs. If you just search SEO inside those help docs, you'll get lots of great articles that kind of helps you understand search engine optimization a little bit better. As I said before, it's a really broad topic. It is helpful to read some of those articles and then find new tips to implement on your site.